Happy Valentine's, everyone.
Yay.
It's a fabulous day today. Tammy and I are excited to be back with you. Last week we had a family matter we need to attend urgently, and we certainly appreciate your patience. We know that Joel did a fantastic training this past Saturday, and we certainly want to thank you for being here with us today. And folks, take the time to celebrate each other. Valentine's is such an important moment. And I think today, with our society where there's more, there's always more time needed than money. And you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes we need to put all of this stuff aside and focus on each other. Would you agree, Tammy?
Absolutely.
So
I
let's
can't
begin
wait.
just by let's begin just by recognizing everybody here. Robert, thank you for being here bright and early. Vicky, welcome, welcome. Esther from Ghana, welcome. Great to have you here. We have Wesley Case, great to have you from Kentucky. We have Courtney from Ontario, Canada, and we have Francis here. Welcome, welcome, and I'm sure others will sign in as we continue, and we are going live here. So, Tammy, let's share with the audience here how did we hear from God Backup, and how did it all got started for us?
Yeah, it was interesting because while we were in our travels, we met a new member of Got Backup, and we were talking about how we learned how we met Joel, and it looks like he was part of the process of the name and everything. So it was really interesting to be part of Joel's journey and knowing him from the beginning. And Chris and I've known Joel for well over 20 years. We've always been in the network marketing space, Chris and I, and we love the network marketing industry. We love what it does for people, not just lifestyle, but also personal growth. We see so many people evolve in such a big way. And that's what we loved about the journey of network marketing. Obviously, Joel reconnected with us, and we've always stayed in touch, but reconnected with us. It was almost 2 years now. It'll be May. In May, it'll be 2 years. And he said he had a project that he's really excited about, and he really thinks it's going to fly. And Chris and I, as being friends with him, we decided to have a look at it, and we were just blown away with what we saw. So you're going to see today all the elements that we saw, and you'll see why we made that decision to jump on board. So here we
And
are, and we've been expanded. What is it? In many countries around the world. So we're super excited.
And folks, what really piqued my curiosity and my interest is we saw really an opportunity to empower family globally. We know that today there's a lot of uncertainties with everything that's going on with our economy, and we're kind of recipients of whatever decisions leaders make on our behalf. And for that, I saw an opportunity because I saw something that everyone needs with massive growth because it's a device that everybody has. Everybody uses these devices, and the fact is, we all need to store our data as we live life. We take pictures and so forth. So I saw again a great opportunity to really turn people's dreams into reality. Looking at what Dropbox has done with over 7 million users and say, oh my God, we have an opportunity to tap in something massive here. So the fact, if you look at his beautiful family on the far left here, you can see, the father's kind of showing off the set of keys. They're moving into their brand new home with their beautiful daughters. I mean, what more exciting a moment could that be for a family? Bigger house, more real estate space, if you understand my meaning. What about taking vacation where you want to, not where you can afford to, or skip this year because we can't afford it? What if you be able to put money aside because of the funds you're earning from God Backup? Talk about something the family can really appreciate. What about adding new members of the family? What about retirement plans? We know today that a lot of retirement funds have been slashed significantly because of all the big reset and everything else that's going on. And we didn't anticipate this going on. So now we need to compensate for that. And God Backup could be just that for you. This is why I was very, very intrigued and interested to follow through with that.
Yeah, and we've got backup. It's all about helping average people to live an above average lifestyle. Everybody wants more. When you have conversations with people, people have goals, but often with the jobs that they have or the position that they're in, they're not able to have that. Well, this is an opportunity to be able to make that happen. And of course, it takes work, like anything else in life. But if you put the efforts and you see that you catch the vision of this, which we know that in the next 2 to 5 years, it's going to be massive. We're in a huge trend with the data storage industry. So you're going to see all of this in a few seconds.
Absolutely. And just to, I'm going to play a quick video here for you to hear from Joel directly. But just to understand that this was back in 1997 from Gatineau, Quebec. And then he moved into Dallas, Texas, because the fiber optic infrastructure that was underground to support the bandwidth that he needed was actually there. And he went from a little house basement business to a 10,000 square feet data center. So folks, this is really, really, really exciting. So let's hear from Joel on exactly what we're getting here.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure? And how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I wanna explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements PCI compliance is you have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security. It's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the server room for now. And I also want to explain, if God forbid.
So you can actually see the rest of this video. It is available from your back office, and I'll give you a little demo on how this looks like on my end after I've installed the software, folks. But what we want to talk to you about right now is two massive global trends that are important to stay in tune with. You know, if you want to invest money or invest time or plan your future, you tend to want to be in front of trends. And this is exactly why we want to talk to you about this.
Yeah, and you can see there's almost 15 billion devices out there in the world. And what is everybody doing? We're all doing it. We're taking pictures, we're taking videos, we're everything is paperless today when it comes to documentation. So we're filling up our devices faster than we ever expected.
Absolutely. And you look at the percentage of global traffic, and I know that we're not in 2023 anymore, but it's to show you what has happened from 2011 to 2023, from 6% to 60% growth. It shows you what's going on here. You look at this over here, size of cloud storage market worldwide from 2022 to 2030, started 90 billion. Now it's $500 billion. And I think that's actually conservative, folks. So again, when you talk about trends, that's what we talk about. Let's talk about the addiction of devices such as our cell phone, for example.
Yeah, everywhere you look, there's always everybody's on their phones. No matter what they're doing on their phones, they're on their phones. We were in flight delays most of most of our day on what day was it? I forget. We've been so busy with the family stuff, and everywhere we look is everybody's on their devices, and they're using it for many things. They use it for their alarm. They use it. We keep an eye on our properties when we're not at home through these devices. We use our phones to tap to buy any purchases. I mean, people have their phones on them all the time, and that's the key. Is it's such a huge opportunity because the devices are always being used.
And because we store so much data digitally that we don't use any physical paper anymore like that. And I mean, it's great for the environment, but the downside of this is if you lose your device, I mean, folks, 45% cell phone users have accidentally damaged their cell phone or lost their data. This is a piece of your soul. And if everything is in this device over here, okay, and it's not backed up somewhere, you realize that you lose it all. What if your device is full? And that's the problem. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. Laptop, cell phone stolen every 43 seconds. Here's another really irritating message.
Very annoying. It's funny because when Joel was connecting with us, we were getting messages. And of course, everybody that we know are getting messages. It's such an easy conversation when you talk to people. You know, do you ever get those messages that your devices are full? And you'll be surprised on how fast people are going to say, oh yeah, it just happened to me now. I have to pay more. Or they have to start taking the time to delete a bunch of stuff. And yeah, so it's annoying for most people. And people don't want to spend their time removing stuff. So they just keep paying for more.
Absolutely. So as we keep moving forward here, folks, going back to global trends, the other one is making more money. And the fact here is we just need to be smarter about how we make a living today. You know, if we think in the way we were in the 1940s and 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, and kind of the same, right? Folks are still, you hear our political leaders and talking about getting more jobs, more this, more that. Folks, the world is changing, and entrepreneurship is the way to go. And that's exactly what GotBackup's providing, is an affordable way for you to get started. And you'll see when we get to the income that it could be quite substantial. 42% of Americans have side business, 62% of Gen Z. I've also cited, what about the rest of the world? So folks, leverage these global trends with GotBackup. That's exactly what this presentation is all about. Let's cover what we're going to talk a little about, Tammy.
Yeah, so we're going to share the core product, which is the data. And then Chris is going to briefly go through the VIP package, which we use consistently on a daily basis, weekly basis. We're marketing. And this is for anybody who wants to take their marketing efforts to another level. And yeah, so it's a great package. So go ahead with the core. So we have 6 terabytes, you guys, of data storage, 6 terabytes. And you can have 5 additional members on your account, each having access to those 6 terabytes if you want to share it with a family. It's phenomenal for a family package with unlimited devices. And what really got Chris and I for $10. Are you guys getting this? 6 terabytes for $10. And you can even add 5 additional members to share the data with you. But what really excited Chris and I was the fact that it is the only, and write that down, only home-based business that pays you, that offers a service like this. Do you guys understand the timing right now? I mean, people should be running and jumping in and running with this. I know when we saw it, we just kept running because we know what's going to happen in 2 to 5 years.
And if we look at our competitors, folks, the big three, iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive, they're all within $9.97. So let's say $10 a month and around a range of 2 terabytes. We're here, $10 a month, within range of 6 terabytes. And not only that, but you can share those terabytes. And you know, folks, there's something new that many of you may not be aware of, but you can select how much space you want to allocate to users. Before, if you had, for example, 6 users, you would have to divide your 6 into 1 terabyte each. Now you can say, I just want you to have, I don't know, 200 gigs. You're going to have 500 gigs. So you can take 1 terabyte and divide it among 5 people, for example, and you keep the rest. To just give you an example, right? So again, these are just really cool things. What about if we talk per year, right? So you're looking at iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive, 360, 660, 216, within 6 terabytes. And here again, a little less than $100, 6 terabytes, folks. We have unbelievable value. Would you agree, Tammy?
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, a lot of people spend big money on, you know, covering their devices, protecting their devices. At the end of the day, everything is inside. The most important stuff is the memories that you're creating inside the devices. So that's why cloud storage is extremely important for people. 6 terabytes, $9.97 a month. You can have 5 additional accounts. So six people on 1 account. And everything is automatic. Once you get the setup done, which Chris is going to show you, everything is automatic from there moving forward. I absolutely love it. I'm understanding it more and more and more. I'm not a person that's very technical inclined, but I've been organizing my files. I absolutely love it. I love it, love it, love it. And you will too when you get this all set up.
Absolutely, I truly agree. Sorry, Tammy, for cutting in. I thought you paused, but I think we have a little bit of data gap here. Okay, so what we're going to do here, folks, is let's see how simple it is to install this on your cell phone. So let's watch that video together.
This is a quick walkthrough of how to install your GotBackup app onto your mobile device. In this case, I'm using the Android Galaxy, but the process is the same also on an iPhone. So to download your app, there's 2 ways to do this. You can either come to the Play Store. On an iPhone, it's called just the App Store, and just search for GotBackup. And there it is. Or we could come to our members area and go to use this tool, and then you will see it here on your dashboard. So again, I'm using my Android device. So I'm going to go ahead and click this, and it's going to take me to my Google Play Store. If you're on an iPhone, it will take you to your App Store on your iPhone device. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and open it. It's going to ask you to log into your account. Go ahead and allow all your notifications so it could let you know that everything's being uploaded properly, and go ahead and put in your unique ID. Once logged in, you will be asked to let GotBackup access your photos and videos on your mobile device. Select Allow. Without having to do anything, an Android upload folder was automatically created for me. Neat! If you are on an iPhone, the folder will be called iPhone Upload. Now, depending on how many photos and videos is on your device, your first backup might take some time. So it's recommended that your device is on a charger and is connected to Wi-Fi. It is a good idea to start your first backup in the evening, keep your GotBackup app open, and let it back up overnight. One more thing I'd like to point out. If I tap on these 3 little lines on the top left corner and tap on Settings, you will see these 3 boxes under Monitor are automatically checked. Auto Upload will automatically upload all future photos and videos on your device to your cloud. Camera Roll Upload will back up all existing photos and videos that are stored on your device to your GotBackup cloud. And Upload only on Wi-Fi will only back up your data while connected to Wi-Fi. If you have an unlimited data plan, you can uncheck this. So if I come to my gallery, I'm going to have a slew of pictures from over the years. This is actually Joel's phone, so if I come to my albums, I have almost 1,400 pictures. Alright, so if I come to my app, come back to my menu and click transfers, you're going to see all my pictures now are uploading. Since this might be a large upload at first and I have a low battery, it's highly recommended that you plug into a power source. So I'm going to do that right now. Alright, now that's finished. We can now see that our Android upload has all been categorized by what year these photos were taken. These were taken in 2021. And this was just recently. So that's pretty easy, pretty straightforward.
There's lagging right now. I'm not sure why it's having such a hard time. Just sorry about that. Here we go. It's coming. Here we go. Oops, not that. Okay, here we go. So one of the things that's really awesome we got backup is they also offer a VIP package. I know Tammy and I use this. Video burst like your own YouTube channel, but without the commercials and things that we are obviously accustomed to see. Another one here is Memory Place, where if you have an event, you can share all your pictures with everybody in the audience. Absolutely awesome. This is where I'll show you the kind of links and where you can access them on your back office, but you can change your links or the content that they see based on language, pictures, your own video, and so forth. This here is your domain where you can use your own domain. Instead of using, for example, the GotBackup domain, you can use your own, and then you can promote that on your social media and so forth. And folks, this is the only storage, again, Tammy was alluding earlier, that pays you. That's what makes GotBackup unique and absolutely amazing. Tammy, let's cover how people benefit from telling the world about it.
Yeah, so there's 7 ways that we get paid. You can see the highlighted ones. That's really what we're going to talk about, because that's the core foundation of the building blocks of building the business. So customer acquisition bonus, CAB for short, that's when you talk to somebody, they want to join as a member, then you would get 200% upfront if they come in to pay monthly, which is the $9.97. And then if they decide, you know what, I'm just going to come in yearly, so I don't have that, monthly fee, they're going to save a couple months of payment. You're going to get 50% upfront, which is absolutely massive. And if you want to make easy money, that's it. And then, of course, the VIP package or any other package that they're going to roll out in the future, you're going to get 25% upfront. Now, in the bottom part, you can see customers only. If you just sign up customers or you incorporate customers within your resellers, we call ourselves resellers, then you're going to get 25 each month. But we're going to make a couple examples to keep it simple for you. If you had 20 people that decided to join as a member, you're going to get 200% upfront. Let's say 20 people came in at the $10. Then you're going to make $20 per person. So that's $400 in commissions. And you're not limited to the amount of people that you bring in. Just bring them all in, right? It's the timing, you guys. Nobody knows about it. Talk about being at the right place at the right time. And then, of course, customers, if you had 20 customers, 25% on the $10 item, you get $250 times 20 people, $50. And that's ongoing. I mean, not everybody's looking to make money. I mean, I haven't talked to anybody who doesn't want to make money, but there are people out there that don't want to make money and they just want to use a service.
Right, absolutely. And I just want to kind of address that question here. I don't know why the computer's lagging so much.
Okay, you're going to address it. Okay, good. I was writing a message. Okay.
And what about privacy? And we talked about this, folks. If you look at Dropbox, Google Drive, all of those third-party companies out there also, we have the exact same protocol. In GotBackup, just like them, we get audited, or like the company gets audited in in the process to make sure that they all follow the protocol that is necessary when people have data storage from the general public. So yes, it's 100% safe, and you can count on that, Hassan. And I do understand you might be brand new here. And as you keep watching our presentation, you'll see we have video content, lots of things that shows people that it's absolutely secure. And I'll show you, Tony, how to use the files and everything else in a moment. Let's continue with the earning. Number 2 is the cycle earning. Folks, this is really, really interesting because we have a 2-team tree, a left side and a right side. When you see indirect, it's because someone that's above you sharing the same leg, just as you look at the right side, you have a direct on the bottom of an indirect. Well, the direct would be one of yours and the indirect would be someone above you. But the good news is you benefit from that. Let me explain to you why. See, in the earnings cycle, there's 2 tiers, tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 2 is actually double, actually a little bit more than double than tier 1. So you want to be a tier 2, and I'll explain to you how to get there in a minute. But Amazon Prime and whatever service that you might be using, right? As long as you pay for it monthly, you have access to the service. But in our case, you also get qualified to earn if you qualify for the earning. And let me explain to you. So you need to enroll 2 people, one on the left, one on the right. See what Tammy was explaining to you? This is awesome because every time someone comes in, if they pay for the year, you make either around $50 or $20 per person. Now that's pretty hot for a $10 price tag. You understand? If they pay for the year, obviously they pay the $99.97. My point in saying here is that here, every time the combined effort from people that might have been put into your downline or you're building the business, and again, you never wait for someone to build your life, right? If it happens, great. If it doesn't, you go to work. But you need to enroll at least one on the left, one on the right for you to be active to start earning tier 1 cycle bonus. How is this triggered? Well, it's a 4-to-2 ratio. What do I mean by that? You need to have 6 people in your business. So every month, GotBackup will see you need to have 4 on one side, 2 on the other. It doesn't matter what side that happens. Okay. On the left here, it just happens to be we're showing you on the left, but it could be on the right or left. Doesn't matter. So 4 on the left, 2 on the right. That's 6. A ratio of 4-to-2. Boom, 1 cycle. And it's very on the company's profitability and also based on your rank. And I'll come back to that in a minute. Okay. Now, cycle number 3, sorry, the can't speak today. The paycheck 3, okay, or the step 3 is a cycle match. So what happens here is you get what we call matching cycle. What does that mean? Well, we just talked to you about cycles. So let's say you sponsor me and I'm building my business. I'm earning X amount of cycles. Let's say 100 cycles. Well, if you sponsor me and you are a sapphire, because that's the requirement to start earning matching cycle, then you will earn 25%. That means you would earn 25 cycles from my effort. The company will send to you as a matching check. Now, this is awesome. This can pay you up to $1,000 because you can sponsor someone that cycle 10,000 times. You understand what I mean? It's going to happen. And the fact here is you can't make more than $1,000 unless you choose to move up in rank. And to move up in rank is just to help others to sponsor too. And I'll cover that a little bit later. But you can see here, look at the income possibility. This is for every person you personally enrolled. Look at the black diamond. That is $20,000. One person that could obviously build a lot in our business. Do you understand the potential? And again, I want to bring into perspective, Dropbox has brought in over 700 million users. What does that mean for an opportunity? Look at the team building bonus here. There's 4, 5, 6, and 7. 4 is generation bonus. You know, some people say, well, I have a big leg on my right side or my left side, but the other side, not much is going on. Do you know you can get paid on the big side? Because generation bonus is the company looks at every $10 on that side and it gives you 2.5%. It may not seem like a lot, but it compounds, folks. Number 5 is dynamic compression bonus. It's exactly like number 4. All it means you go deeper in the tree. That's it. Number 5 is when you start reaching the ranks, then you start getting a bonus for maintaining your rank. Isn't that awesome? And leadership bonus, again, other bonuses that are added on as you get into a level of leadership. So Tammy, let's talk about how easy it is to duplicate this.
Yeah, absolutely. So get signed up and then you bring in your first 2. Chris showed you the 2-team structure, but one on the left, one on the right. And now you're qualified to start earning cycles. Once you have the 2 and 4, you start getting paid. But you go out and get 2 more. And then you duplicate that within the people that are in your organization. People can do 2. You know, they say the average signups in the network marketing profession is 2.4, something like that. So go out and get two. Two is very easily duplicated. And the fact that it's a $10 item, there's so many people coming on board. We're going into so many countries because it's simple. We don't deal with shipping or ingredients or anything like that. It's an app to organize and to store every precious memory that you have in important documents, of course. So I love it. It's the only thing, Chris, that we've ever done that's been so simple.
Yes, I agree.
And we've been in it, what, 25 plus years in the industry.
About 28 and a half for me. But so
Yeah.
tell me, how do we get started?
So it's $20. That's an annual fee. And you'll have your back office and everything set up. You got a lot of stuff in there. And you have, so you choose whether you want to do monthly or yearly. And so it's $10 a month, or you save by coming in yearly, and you save 2 months worth of payments, basically.
Absolutely awesome, guys. And what you see here is just the GotBackup VIP. Again, it's $39.97 a month or $3.99 a year. Again, these are totally optional. And I know we're in more right now, Tammy, but this is what I have displayed. But we currently have 153 countries, right?
I think is it 153 or 154? Anyways, it's still growing. Imagine you guys being in the comfort of your own home. This is one of the reasons why Chris and I love network marketing, is the fact that we have choice on the hours we want to put in. We have choice on where we want to be able to build our business online, and look at the amount of countries that you can tap into, which means for you, if you build this and it starts expanding globally, you're going to make money while you sleep. I don't know about you, but that's really exciting.
Totally agree, folks. And one thing that's very important, I always say baby cries for it and adults die for it. It's recognition, folks. And that is so important. But also it will impact your income. As a bronze, that means that you've sponsored one person in your business. As a copper, folks, this is what you want to duplicate. Every time, you know, when Tammy was showing you the slide, the 4 steps, you want to sponsor one on the left, one on the right. And every time someone comes in, you want to make sure they do that. Sponsor one on the left, one on the right. So when you become copper, then that's when you start earning the cycle in tier 1. Then when you are silver, that means someone you brought in, or even not even someone you personally brought in, but someone that they brought in becomes copper. Boom, you become a silver. Isn't that awesome? And then as a gold, folks, that means you sponsored 5 people. And out of that 3, out of the 5 people sponsor, it doesn't even be the one you brought in, but someone that maybe they brought in. As long as 3 of them became copper, boom, you're a gold. And now you start earning the dynamic bonus, the compression bonus, the one I was telling you about, number 4, right? Now, what happens as a platinum, folks, this is really important, because as a platinum, you're just helping one more person to become copper, and there's a bit more people in your team. And folks, we have done some great trainings on the qualification, but now you're moving from tier 1 to tier 2. You are more than doubling your salary in your cycle. Okay. Now, when you become sapphire, you're just helping a few more people becoming copper. Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't even have to be all personal. It has, as long as from your personal sponsorship, now you start earning matching cycle, folks. And this goes on, and you start earning order bonuses, and you're going back into dynamic compression. You may not know what all that means. I can tell you, it's just more money for you. Okay. And it goes all the way up to black diamond. This is where the ranks are all about. And Tammy, let's finish quickly on talking about the support.
Yeah. So when I was telling you the $20 enrollment fee, you get your back office, you have access to all your personalized links. You got the landing page, you've got the email marketing system that's built in for free. Most people may not understand this, but people pay good money to set up email marketing systems. It's in there for free for you to access. Marketing tools, and you've got regular online presentations that are going on in different countries now, different languages now. It's expanding so much. It's amazing. I know that Chris and I believe starting next week, Chris, we're going to be taking over the Wednesday night. We weren't on Wednesday night presentation because we were in travel this week, but I believe Joel was mentioning it. And then Friday we're going to be doing our regular Friday that Chris and I do on our YouTube channel, so people can connect with us on that. The team training, Chris and I are still doing the team training for GotBackup. And you get years, you guys, years of experience on how to build massive organizations for free every Saturday. Show up at 10 a.m. on this channel. And Chris and I are doing trainings right now for GotBackup for quite a while, and just helping everybody grow their organizations.
And folks, this is a product that everyone needs in a business. Everyone can afford as we started a business here, folks, as we start a presentation. Folks, it's time to get started. Let's turn your dreams into reality. What I like to do, and I like to finish with this, is to show you a little bit of what's going on. This is my GotBackup back office. And I know there's a few questions I'm going to be addressing as I'm sharing here. What you see here, these monthly commission earned. You can see from the period here, February 10 to February 16. You can see here the folks, the Joshua, Monica, David, Marco, Mr. Godfred, and Miss Bernice, Jeff, Jonathan, Solomon, Richard, and Elizabeth. These are the top 10 commission earned in that particular week. This side doesn't change often. These are the top time earned commission. Really proud of these guys. And over here, we see top 10 weekly sale generated, folks. So these are people that are sponsoring new people. Monica seems to be the top now. Joshua and David are moving down. Monica's taking the lead. And then we have Marco, Richard, Carlo, Eduardo, GotBackup, amazing deal. These are almost every week. We have Erwin and Jonathan. Congratulations. Well done. These are the top 10 weekly lead generated. So these are people that are sharing their link. I'm going to show you where to get that in a minute. Richard, Steven, Jason, Emperor Digital, Edward, GotBackup, amazing deal, Daryl, Teresa, John, and Danielle. Congratulations to all of you. Yeah. And you know what's really cool here, guys, is also a cash contest. I mean, GotBackup is really generous. This is on top of your commissions. So the February cash contest here will actually, it tells you the timing, where there's 14 days. We're halfway through the month. And you can see that it's for $500 for first place. And it goes $300, $200, $150 for the 5th to 10th place, which is really, really nice. And you can see them over here. You can obviously the same names. You can see these are your top 10s over here. We have a few people from Ghana. That's awesome. We have a few people from the US. Well, congratulations. It's absolutely awesome. So let's move up a little bit and let's get into, for example, under digital tools, and you can go to use this tool. Now, what's very important, when you click on use this tool, it will take you here. Okay. And that's when you can install the Windows version on the Mac version to be able to back up your software. For example, in mine, it's installed over here. You click on open control panel and here it is, right? So this actually, you can see here as of 9:58, it's about a little over an hour ago. You can see that it's an incremental backup. Really, really, really awesome. You can click on this link, or you can actually click on that link over here, and it will take you to your GotBackup drive. Okay. And what's going on, what's really cool here is that it will show you your computers. Okay. What is my login iTunes here? Anyway, what's going on here is these are my 3 computers. This computer is the one that I'm talking you through. This one here is my laptop that's in Toronto. So you can see here the computer has been turned off December 31st, which is when I left the country, and it's obviously there. Nothing's been added. The computer's not running at the moment. So obviously that's what's there. There's 153 gigabit there. And this one over here, it's the one that is behind me. Okay. This is the computer that I do all my trading and stuff. It's all there. Now, here's what's really cool. You go down here and then you have my cell phones, right? So what's really good is you have, for example, let's click on that. I prefer looking at that way. So this is my cell phone. This is the iPad that backed up at one point. But you click on this and you can see here, 2024, you can see all the months that are here from January to December. If I go back, the previous one on 2025, then we have January and we have February. So all my pictures are constantly updating. Make sure you're running the app to make sure that it interacts with your cloud. Really awesome. Now, what you have over here is to collaborate and share. So by the way, folks, you can see here the Google Drive. Well, I'm testing the software. It's really cool. And I basically brought in all the files that were on my Google Drive over here. Okay. So it's really, really cool. And the procedure that GotBackup is using exactly the same procedure that Dropbox or any other third party to Google Drive. There's an interface that you'll see. You just connect with it. You select what you want to bring over. And these are the files that I brought over. Okay. Let's see here. This here are all my files from this particular computer. These are my GotBackup files. You can see that everything is organized. For example, my GotBackup files that I use here, for example, my Zoom presentation, everything is here. And you can see some of those pictures. These are the ones that I use all the time. Marketing video, if you came in at the beginning and you saw the 15 seconds, that's the one over here. So everything is on my cloud and everything is on my computer, so everything matches, everything fits, and it's really, really good, really cool. Okay, so it's absolutely awesome. Something else I want to show you very quickly here. Let's just say I go into my computer and let's say I click on this log text. Okay, if I click on this, and I don't know if there's anything in there, it might actually be empty. Oh, okay. So what's going on is I can actually do changes. And if I share this link with you, okay, so if I take this and let's say you can view it and I create this link and I copy this and I share that with you, then you will be able to see exactly what I'm seeing, right? So it's, and if I do changes, you can actually change in real time, just like a Google Doc. Really, really, really awesome. You can do that with PowerPoint. You can do that with Word documents. That's to collaborate and share. So, folks, this is really, really, really exciting. Now, the last thing I want to share with you here is reseller tool. Someone who was asking, I think it was, where do I get my link to promote? Let me show you. So if you click on reseller in English and you click on that, what's going to happen is these are all the links that you have. Now, obviously, don't use mine. You will have your own ID here. I'm in my back office, obviously that's mine. So these are different options. If someone wants to sign up on a spot, they just want to sign up and go backup, I highly recommend for you to share this link. You can copy this, okay? But just to show you, when you click on that, it's just going to open this and you'll notice the moment it comes up there, it's not GotBackup. It's actually on my end. I think there's something going on with my internet speed. But as soon as you do that, then the person will actually see the link for them to be able to click on. Okay. Now, as you go down here, for example, if you do a Facebook ad, I would recommend to use that link. Why? Because in your Facebook ad or YouTube, whatever you might choose to promote into, you probably already have a video that you shared. Maybe it's an AI video you created to attract people's attention. You don't want them to watch another video. You just want them to provide your information on the spot. So that's what I recommend to use. As we go down here, we have a really cool marketing system now where you actually promote a 7-day free trial. So again, if you click on this link over here, copy it, or same thing here. For example, this one here, that was the one that I clicked on, and someone can go and click started right away, and right away it will take them into the page where they can get started on the spot. Okay. So let's carry on here. So for example, if I share this one over here, this one is really cool because it has a quick little video and it's a very nice professional video. And then from there, they can actually register on the spot. And when they register, then they don't have to put their credit card or any information like that. They just put their name, their email, and details that is required. And then from there, you can actually they will create an account and it's going to look just like this, but obviously a much lighter version where they will be able to click here and install the software for their phone, for their computer, and get a full trial of the computer. So it's really, really awesome. I was hoping that this would come in, but it is what it is. Okay, so it is very simple here, folks. And also something that's really interesting is you also have a lead capture system here. That is so cool. Because very quickly, if I click on that, hopefully the internet will be nice to me. If you click on that and you go to the lead capture system, then you have all your marketing, all your emails, all your follow-ups. And these are, again, this is included in your $997. And folks, I'm telling you that things are going to change. Those of you that are in GotBackup now, you're grandfathered. But I'm telling you that Joel is giving you so much for $10. It's absolutely ridiculous how much he gives you for $9.97. So if you're planning to do this right now, I highly recommend you get signed up now, get your people signed up now, because I'm telling you that things are going to change. But for example, here I have a broadcast, and every time I do, and I'm about to do a presentation or a training, or Tammy and I do the exact same thing, then what's going to happen is they're going to show you all my emails and everything else. It's unfortunate that the response is not good for me today, but I could show you all my emails, and it just goes on and on and on, right? So it's very, very interesting on how things work. So I guess we'll lead on this note. And folks, I'm telling you, it's an absolute amazing business opportunity. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. And what's really cool is you can share your files with your audience. I know that with my accountant, all my my accounting is there. Everything that was in my Dropbox now is in my GotBackup. Everything is in my Google Drive now is in my GotBackup. You're probably saying, how can I get my Google Drive app? It's coming very soon. Joel has just asked me to test things because I'm a very, how do you say, tough tester. And if there's a problem, I will catch it right away. And there's a few little things. I made some recommendations and working on that. So very soon you'll have the capability of bringing your Google Drive stuff right into your GotBackup and organize it as you see fit. So at this point, Tammy, I think we're done. Is there anything else you would like to add?
Just have an amazing weekend, everybody. I'm kind of shifting gears here. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you who are taking the time to celebrate with your sweetheart. Hey, if you don't have a spouse, hang out with some friends. You know, it's all about sharing the love, right? Just connecting. And Chris and I, you know, we're people who work very, very hard. We're both very business driven, but every once in a while, you do have to shut down and take those special moments, because you never know when it's your last one. So yeah, so have a fabulous weekend, everybody. And for those of you who came on for the first time today, I'm going to say welcome, because I know you're going to come on board, and just take a moment and thank the person who introduced you to GotBackup, because it can really transform your life if you put some energy into it and change other people's lives.
Wonderful. Well, everybody, have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend. Saturday morning, Tammy will be there at 10 a.m. Don't miss this session. It'll be awesome. And we're helping you becoming successful in this business as we have done before. So we're paying it forward. So have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye for now.
Bye.